Hello everybody, namaste. Thank you for joining me. I am Venus and today I have a really nice strengthening, all over body strengthening yoga sequence for you. We'll do just a slight bit of a warm-up. If you'd like to before, do a little bit more warm-up and then a slight cool down when we're done. And you can always, you're welcome to stay on the mat longer afterwards to cool off too. And remember, please, if you have injuries or you're healing from anything, make sure you consult your doctor before doing these videos. I'm a licensed yoga instructor. I'm not a doctor. But anyways, with that, we're going to go ahead and start in our easy pose. Just cross your legs. Sit up really tall in the spine. And we'll start by inhaling. As we inhale, we're going to bring our arms up overhead. And then exhale down, palms together at the heart. Lift back up as you inhale. Exhale, coming down. Do a few more of these, reaching up. Exhale as you come down. Really concentrate on the breath with each one of your moves. Let's do one more. Inhale as your arms rise up. Exhale, prayer position to the heart. Now we're going to open our arms up, and I just want you to clench a fist and bring them back open in your hands, just to strengthen up through the wrists a little bit. Breathing. And then let's rotate the wrists around, both directions. Wiggle the fingertips, and then bring them down to the knee. We're going to rotate through the shoulders. So go ahead and lift your shoulders up to your ears, back, and slide the shoulder blades down your back, navel to spine. Breathing up and exhaling around. Really try to keep the breath in sync with the movement. And down, and we'll take a few circles the opposite direction. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Let's come into our tabletop pose. You'll have your hands underneath the shoulders, legs about hip width distance apart, knees under the hips, neutral back, navel to spine, really pressing the fingertips, spread them apart and pressing down into the mat. Looking straight down, we'll do about 3 rounds of cat and cow here. So you are going to inhale as you curl the tailbone up into your cow. And then exhale as you come into your cat, as you round into the cat. And like I said, just keep your breath even with each move so you're not going too fast. Just long enough to inhale and exhale through your moves. Inhale, cow, shoulders come back, rolling the tailbone up. Exhale to cat, rounding through the shoulder blades. Now from here, you're going to bring one leg back, pressing into the heel, loosening up through the calf and the front of the thigh, rocking back and forth. And then bring the knee back down. Same thing on the other side. Press through that heel. And let's rock back and forth. Kind of opening up the thigh and the calf muscles, waking them up. Come back to your neutral tabletop. Bring the knees again about hip width distance apart. You're going to bring your right arm up first in front of you, palms facing up. And then the opposite leg, you're going to bring up behind you. Breathing. And then go ahead and bring your knee to your elbow. And back up. We'll do this 5 times. Knee to elbow. Go the length of your breath. Exhale, coming out. Inhale to elbow and knee. Exhale, come out. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, come out. Bring the hand down. Let's do that same thing, the opposite side. Lifting the left hand up, palms facing up. Stretching out through the back leg, the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale, come out. Inhale. Knee to elbow. Exhale, come out. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale to elbow. Knee to elbow. Exhale, coming out. Bringing the hand down. From here, you're going to come into your modified side plank. You're going to bring that leg behind you. We'll start on the right side. Your leg comes behind you. Bringing that hand up overhead. Breathing. Pressing the chest up. You can look up to the ceiling if your neck permits. What we'll do here then is come forward on the knee a little bit. Raise that back leg up. You want to challenge more. Go ahead and hold on to your foot, pressing your foot into your hand. Breathe. Almost like you're doing a side tiger pose. Really pressing your foot into your hand. Breathing. Clear down to the bottom of your stomach, in and out through your nose. Or you can breathe in through your nose or your mouth, whatever's comfortable. And then bring that leg down. Find your neutral table, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So coming to that modified plank. Hand comes up overhead. Breathing. You can stay with your leg up to the side, or you can reach behind, pressing that foot into your hand. And breathing, trying to keep the knee about level with the hip. Opening up through the chest. Looking straight ahead, or maybe lifting the head up a little bit if your neck permits. Take a few more breaths here. And then drop the foot down gently. Come back into your neutral tabletop. From here, you're going to curl your toes under. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. So go ahead and come on up. You can try to reach your heels to the mat or just stay up on your toes. Pressing your chest back. Now, if you'd like to, if you're up on your toes, go ahead and try to rock down onto your heels. Do that a few times. From here, just come on forward into your plank pose. Really keeping your hands in on the sides, navel to spine. We'll drop down, slide forward, curl the back up into your chaturanga, and then down on the knees into your cobra or upward facing dog. We'll do this 5 times. Curl the toes under. Inhale. Come to plank. Drop down, forward into your chaturanga, into your up dog, and back to downward facing dog. Roll the toes under, downward facing dog. Pressing back through the chest. Forward into plank, all the way down, stretching up, chaturanga, upward facing dog. One more time. You got this. Downward facing dog. Come forward into a strong plank, navel to spine. Sink down and forward into your chaturanga. Feet come down, down, cobra. Back up into your downward facing dog. Let's pedal it out a minute here. Pressing back through the chest. Let's maybe rock our hips side to side. Open up through the hip area. Shake the legs out. Whatever you need to do here. Maybe bend through the knees a couple of times. Come back into that strong plank. Breathing. Come down. Back up. Navel to spine. Down. Up. Let's do one more. Down. Up. And then back into your downward facing dog. Back into your plank. What you're going to do here now is we're going to lift our foot, your right foot, and we're going to tap it up and down about 3 to 5 times. 1, 2, lifting up. 3, feeling that on your glutes. 4 and 5. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go ahead, drop to the knees, walk your hands back, coming into your child's pose. Come back to your breath here, slowing down the heart. Pressing back through your hips. If you need to push with your hands a little bit, really making a strong foundation on the palms to push your hips back, do that. Just take 2 more breaths. Feel it clear in the bottom of your stomach. And then generously come up on your knees, halfway. You're going to walk your hands out a little bit. We'll come down into our heart, our chest opener. or your puppy dog pose, pressing down, pressing the armpits down. You can relax your head, your forehead down on the mat if you wish. Navel to spine. From here, really pressing into the fingertips. Curl the toes under. Come forward. Lifting the legs up. Curling through the tailbone. Let's hang out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then walk up even higher, coming into that dolphin pose. Take 2 more breaths here. Bring the legs back down so we're in our plank pose here on the forearms. 5 breaths here. Drop the knees back down and come on back up. All the way back into that child's pose. Once again with the hands behind you this time. Slowly tucking the chin, and let's run up. Lift up through the toes, so you're sitting, your heels or your buttocks is on your heels, stretching through the bottom of the feet. Breathing really deep from the top of your chest, through your abdomen, the rib area, to the bottom of your stomach, and then back up the opposite direction. Let's relax through the shoulders a little bit. Let's rotate one more time through the wrist. A lot of work on your little wrists. Maybe flutter the fingers. Bring your hands back up overhead. Come back into a downward facing dog. This time you're going to walk your feet forward into our mountain pose. Pedal out the feet a little bit. Pressing back through your chest. You can either take small steps to the top, you can jump to the top, or just take big steps. So you come into that mountain pose. Slowly with your hands beside you, slowly come on up the legs, all the way into your mountain pose. Stretch your arms up overhead. Breathing in. Exhaling as you swan dive down. Tipping the head down. Take any weight or pressure off the neck. Let's halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale as you fold back down. Breathing in as you come all the way back up. Palms in front of you. This time we'll do sun salutation B. You're gonna inhale. Bringing the hands up. Exhale. Bring your hands down to heart center, bending at the knees, sliding the hips back. We'll hang out here a minute. Take 5 breaths here. Start to feel some burn through the thigh area, keeping the feet planted solid on the mat. One more breath before folding on down. Really bending through, taking the pressure off of the lower back. Just come up, halfway lift, flat back, and then coming down, and then inhale all the way up. Hands come together overhead. Exhale in front. And breathe. From here, we're going to open up to the side. You want your feet, the toes pointing to the corner of your mat. We're going to open up into our goddess pose here. Bring your hands way up overhead, like if you're holding a big beach ball or something. Now what you're going to do here is we're going to pulse on our thighs here, get a nice burn and work out on the thighs. So you're going to bend and open up through the legs, keeping the tailbone tucked under slightly. And then let's just pulse here. Pulse, pulse, and breathe. Pulse and breathe. Good job, everybody. Now slowly come up. Let's bend forward. Bring your hands down to the mat. Again, shake the head loose. Come back up. And then we're going to walk our hands over. Maybe placing the one hand around the ankle. And stretch through the back of the thigh area. And then walk back around to the opposite side. Stretching through that opposite side area, thigh, back of the calf. And through the inner thigh there. Come back forward. And then either walk your hands back as far as you can, as far as your body allows. And let's drop the head one more time. Or you can just stay as you are, or bring the hands in front of you a little bit. And then slowly walk the hands back, holding onto your hips, and rise back on up. From here, let's open up into Warrior Two. So you're gonna bring your front foot forward. The back foot is parallel with the mat. Let's come forward into our knee, bending into that front knee as far down as you can. And then turn the back foot at a 45-degree angle to come into your Warrior One, to come into Warrior Two. Again, pulsing a few times through the knee. And then bring your hands down in front of the heart, bending through that knee a little more, keeping the tailbone under. Strong foundation for the back. Feel a nice burn. Bring your hands back up overhead. And we're going to come back up. And we'll take that to the opposite side. So come into your Warrior Two first. Palms facing down. Pulsing into that knee in the front, into the thigh. So a nice burn. And then turn into your Warrior. Dropping the knee even further. This time bring your hands down. We'll come back into our downward facing dog. Breathing, pedaling out the legs. Press back a little more through the hips and the chest. This time we'll come into our side plank. So turning to the side gently as best as you can. You have your feet together, turning to the side, pressing up through the hips. You can stay here, or you could even bring that back leg up. Whatever is more comfortable, you have to have a lot more balance for that one. My balance is not always the best. And then come back down. Inhale as you're coming back into your downward facing dog. You guys are doing good. We'll do that same thing on the opposite side. From here, you want to roll on the opposite foot over to the side. Coming up into that side plank. Breathing. And then slowly come on back down. We'll come all the way down this time. Placing our hands at our sides. Rest your head on the floor. Your forehead on the mat. If you need to, you can rest your hands under your forehead. Come back to the sound of your breath. And last thing here is we are going to lift one leg up and grab the foot with the hand. Bring your other leg up, holding on to it with your other hand, pressing the shoulder blades together, your bow pose, and lift up. Let's hang out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Come back up. Walking the knees forward. Let's take child's pose one more time. Either with your hands above or behind. At any time, sometimes I forget to mention, at any time, if you need a prop of any type, feel free to use them always. Be sure always to have your hips pressing back. Loosen up through the shoulders. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. You can pivot back and forth, or roll back and forth on your forehead. And then gently tucking the chin, come on back up. Turn back to the front here. Now we're just going to take a few shoulder rolls, but we are going to grab onto our shoulders with our hands. You're going to bring your elbows in and then up and around. Feel a nice stretch underneath your arms there. Clear around. Loosen up the shoulders. You did some work with your shoulders today too. Did a really good job, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with me. One more time. Let's go ahead and drop the chin Sliding it side to side. Bring your head back up and tip the head back if your neck allows. If you feel pain, stop and don't do it. Nod your head to the side and then drop the chin down and round through to the opposite side. Again, dropping the chin down, rounding to center and to the opposite side. And then facing straight ahead. Breathing, dropping the shoulders, relaxing. Navel to spine. Noticing how the body feels. If you do this every day or every other day, you should have a good start to a really strong, healthy body. I can't stress how important it is to keep that breath going evenly in and out of your moves. It makes it so much easier. Breathe in again. Exhale. Draw a circle with your nose one way, a little circle. And then draw a circle the opposite way. Now bigger circle one more time with the nose. And then the opposite direction. Very good. Thank you again so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. It's absolutely free. It helps support free yoga on the YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you on the mat real soon. Everybody have a beautiful, blessed day. Let's take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Palms together at the heart. Anjali Mudra. Let's inhale. And exhale really deep.